Kyoto Animations. Some of the greatest anime of all time in almost the last 2 decades has come from this company. Melancholia of Harume Suzumiya, Clannad, K-On!, Violet Evergarden, Dragon Maid, A Silent Voice, and of course Lucky Star. But despite all these great animations, most of them are pretty much adaptations from pre-existing manga or light novels, albeit Kyoto Animations being able to perfectly transfer them into anime form. But, dear viewer, let me ask you, what happens if you were to give Kyoto Animation an opportunity to create their very own original story from scratch? Not an annotation nor some big contract from a company, just a straight original story coming from the minds of this wonderful company. Well, you get Tamako Market. Tamako Market is an anime released in January of 2013 and produced by Nakamura Shinichi and directed by Yamada Naoko. Now, I first found out about this anime when I finished K-On!, a show also worked on by Kyoto Animation, and was going through my anime list to see if there was any other anime that sort of had the same feel that K-On! Did, since I honestly enjoyed the art style and laid-back theme K-On! Had. And to my surprise, when I found Tamako Market, it turns out that it wasn't a secret third season to K-On! With how similar the art style was. Yes, viewer, I too was sad that such an exciting anime like K-On! Didn't have another 24 episodes of them sitting in a room and not playing music. Very distraught. But enough about how I found this anime, because no one cares about that shit. Let's just get into what this weird, interesting show is about. Basically, this is a story about this girl, Tamako, a high school girl who is the daughter of a mochi shop owner. That shop being based inside a real market in Kyoto, Japan called Demachi Masugata. Her days mostly consist of what you would see any other girl of her age doing in real life. Going to school, participating in after-school clubs, helping her father make food for their business, and generally hang out with her friends. Pretty average. Now, this world the anime takes place in is a little bit too chill with their lives. As you can see, when a talking bird from a distant island named Dara travels to Japan and starts taking up residence in Tamako's house because he's a fat fuck, which not many people seem to mind and have no problem with. Honestly, if I were them, I would just sell the damn thing to a research lab to get some fat stacks of cash, but they be them, I guess.
1, 2. What the?
And this bird's quest is to find a new bride for his king. There's honestly some of the wackiest shit I've ever seen come out of an anime, and that's saying something because, anime can be kinda weird sometimes. We also have other wide sorts of characters. A big part of the anime, in my opinion, is how well written the characters are and how simpler and human they are compared to other characters in other crazy anime. Midori and Kona, Tamako's friend, who goes to school with her. Kona is the best character in the anime, by the way. Kona is absolutely cute.
What do you think it is?
I'm not quite sure.
A stick to beat you with, of course.
Then I bid you farewell, young lady.
Oh, I was kidding. Come back, mister.
Yes?
I wasn't kidding at all.
Huh?
これに参加したいのです。うさぎ山マーチングフェスティバル。
It seems I failed. Huh? I can't believe the size was incorrect.
Huh? But why?
This is a carpenter's tragedy. Don't do it! It'd be such a waste.
Shiori, who comes in a little later in the story as a social parasite, like myself, who overcomes her anxiety and becomes friends with Tamako. Anko, the little sister of Tamako, who's easily the more responsible of the two, despite being the younger sister. And all the other inhabitants of the market the anime takes place in. One of my favorite characters besides Kana is his dad, who seems to be just an unreasonable asshole at the start of the anime, but over time has shown to be very loving and caring in the past, and in ways still is. A lot of what these characters go through is something anybody watching could relate with, and for the kind of anime it is, there is a lot of character put into each of them. I like how Tamako communicates with this guy using 2 cups attached to a string. Kana is very good at woodcraft and makes a birdhouse for the fat-ass talking bird, and has aspirations to take over the girls' baton club, which they have, by the way, I should have mentioned that. Tamako's sister Anko has a distaste for mochi despite living in a mochi shop. All the characters have some sort of unique quirk that's wonderfully displayed in some way to differ them from one another. Alright, now, after saying all this, you may be thinking, well, KonaKona, this seems like a rather riveting story. I can't wait to see the many different arcs and problems our characters will have to be put through and to overcome to either 1, drive this unholy bird away from their shop, or 2, find this random islander some coochie so that he doesn't fucking die. Yeah, well, that isn't the motive of this anime. In fact, there isn't really any motive or actual story to the show. From what we have seen from K-On! And Lucky Star, a lot of the work that Kyoto Animations has worked on tends to be very chill and episode driven, with not as much of a story pushing the show, but events that happen from episode to episode, i.e. episodic. Sure, there are a few instances where our characters go through some sort of problem, like how Tamako's sister Anka wants to go out with her friends to do whatever it was, while her father denies her the chance. Or how this guy named Mochizo, who lives across from Tamako, wants to find a way to talk to her about his feelings, but Tamako's friend, who is also really gay for her, tries to keep him away from her. Be lying if I said that these trivial problems were what made this anime great in the first place, because I would be lying. Honestly, if I were to summarize this anime, I would describe it as just a show that you could play in the background while you're doing pretty much anything else. Something to occasionally look over at the screen to see whatever is happening, and look at it often you should. Because this anime is absolutely fucking beautiful. Like I said prior, the art style is pretty much the exact same as K-On, but somehow tends to be even more vibrant and colorful, with the amazingly detailed backgrounds blending in perfectly with the overly animated characters in the show. A lot of detail is put into even the most mundane actions, and you can be very creative. Like how Tamako uses both of these fucking boomers to knock the creepy bird off her head, or how Kona uses a polished gym floor to zip 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 across the fucking floor to her friends.
Oh my god, Tokyo, I fucking love you, Kona.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is the animation and art in this series is what you come to expect from Kyoto Productions. But mainly, and finally, the reason why I enjoy this anime so much as I did. Tamako Market, for me anyways, is a great example of how even such a simple and non-story driven show like this can be so well made and perfected with the combined efforts of a close-knit team who truly cared about what they were making. KyoAni could have easily made an awesome shonen anime with beautifully animated fight scenes, or an isekai with a massively fleshed out story and world. But instead of that, they made what seems to be just a boring anime about a random high school girl's day-to-day life, and somehow still made it a masterpiece with great animation, funny-ass character writing, uplifting music, and a clear feeling of effort put into Tamako Market. Honestly, I don't think any other company besides KyoAni would have been able to make something that's so simple, so beautiful. So, in a way, I guess this is just a video of me being able to jerk KyoAni off a little more than I already have with my Lucky Star video. I guess I could also contribute my love for this anime to the fact that I'm usually a very busy person in real life and like to listen to shows and anime while I'm doing something on my computer or whatnot. Just being able to play a very chill anime in the background without needing to worry about some crazy shit happening in the story or surprise coming up that I need to look at the screen for. It's honestly the perfect anime for using background music whenever you're doing some big project or anything else like that. So I very well appreciate it. The anime is cute, simple, funny, and an enjoyable experience for anyone that likes some more laid-back themes of anime. If you enjoyed the video, then please subscribe, physically assault that like button, and leave a comment on what anime I should review next. Oh, also, I have a Discord server that you can join. It'll be down in the description if you would like to join. Anyone is welcome to come on. We have a lot of really riveting conversations, like, it is what it is. I put a lot of time into making this video, by the way. The best I've made so far, in my opinion. So if you enjoyed it or have any other tips and tricks for how I can make the videos better, then let me know. Still pretty new to YouTube in terms of, well, you know, other anime review channels, I guess. So any help is appreciated. This has been KonaKona, and I am out!
The guidance subsystem uses deviations to generate corrective commands to drive the missile from a position where it is to a position where it isn't, and arriving at a position where it wasn't, it now is. Consequently, the position where it is now the position that it wasn't, and it follows that the position that it was is now the position.